Go, Collins! Oh, really? DJ. And then someone forgot to.
College! That's Sam!
So yeah, we did a lecture together. I didn't say too early.
Hey Justin, how are you doing?
Welcome to Eston. Someone send you a location. First game.
Oh, what a over. Straight over.
Get over!
Sorry, I'll let you stand up and please sit down.
Near miss there. DHS top two batsmen batting now, Cooper from Bouillon. From Bouillon got 100 in the semi-final against Marklas, a superb knock. Marklas then got 170 odd in their 20 overs, which in this competition was a winning score, and he got chased, he got 100 not out. Marklas certainly didn't bowl badly, they bowled well, but he was just too good. Good ball there by College left arm opening bowler Simon Hughes. Yeah, he's funny enough, actually the nephew of Springbok, former Springbok and Sharks rugby player Wayne Farvey. Who's Wayne Farvey's family actually from this area, from Eston. His brother Gary is a well-known farmer in the area, and his dad Ian has farmed for the last 30 odd years, having come down from White River. And the other DHS batsman is Cooper, and he got, I think, an 80 or 90 not out in DHS's first game against St Charles, where they won by 10 wickets. And St Charles, of course, are defending champions for 2 years in a row. So opportunities. Good fielding there, Bunnington's field, or you're going to be able to bowl a very good slow ball. That's why a spinner who can bowl an arm ball followed by slow ball is a very useful bowler in this form of cricket. Or you're going to be able to bowl a good slow bouncer. And once the batsmen are really, really in, if you can bowl a Yorker or low full toss wide outside off stump and set offside field, a third man, sweeper long off, and just get batsmen to dab it for one, that's how you bowl in this cricket. Off the ball swinging, well then you can bowl conventionally, but it's not a bowler's game. It's not a 50-50 game. It's more an 80-20 in favour of the batsman. The son of Craig Wilson, who was a good cricketer at Maritzburg College in Pelham back in the day. Reece Wilson recently had been selected for the Inland under 19 side.
Join your inside.
Good take there, but we keep it carry there.
Yeah, I saw Joe
This
Johnson.
field, Eston Field, or my dad was one of the guys who built it in 1970. It's actually a circle. It's not really an oval, it's more of a circular shape. Wilson, sort of an old-fashioned swing bowler, you know, coming from wide of the wicket to the side of action. The bowlers who used to bowl like that back in the 80s, you think of Craig Matthews, Graham Dilley, Jeff Lawson, all used to come, a couple of them used to come from wide of the wicket to the side on action. Whereas this day and age, I believe much bowlers run them straight. Van Viljoen facing, you notice there's got an open stance there. That's Australia. Australia have always batted like that. That's how that comes from the Australian coaching manual. The MCC coaching manual will be your two front foot, your two feet on line, where your standard forward defence goes towards mid-off, where the Australian way of coaching is you open your stance up and your standard forward defence goes towards mid-on. That's a very good call there. That's a very good.
The young crew also just got a young Smith. No, it's well, not a full contract, but I think like he had a.
And in England, the pitches are generally a lot slower than Australia, so bats and bowlers generally bowl the line outside of stuff. You're talking club cricket and stuff like that, so that's where that stance comes from.
I think it's going to be good.
That's where the conventional stance come from, where you're 2 feet on line with each other, and your conventional forward defence goes towards the north. Whereas in Australia, where the pitches are quicker, bowlers tend to bowl a straight to line, and so that's why the batsmen open up their stance to open up more leg side scoring opportunities.
Brilliant idea.
But the open stance, as Van Viljoen showing here, is a lot more popular now, especially with white ball cricket, because you can score on both sides will get a lot more freely than if you had a conventional MCC textbook stance. Also remembering it's much easier to go from an Australian stance and play through the offside than it is to go from a MCC stance and hit the ball through the leg side.
Okay, that's one very famous story, which no, it's just after. So it wasn't that, you know, one remember actually wants to know wants to get at and so much to play fly back to it's into my niece was very sick. So we're just me and the boys. And I did a double cap.
Well, this field was built in 1969, 1970. I think it was opened in this 1970-71 season. Before that, the Eston Cricket Club used to play the games on the mats and wicket of the Eston School.
Boys and I started under teams. And for a couple of line.
Well, Connor's bowler's bowling a very, very disciplined line and length, yeah? Anyway, going back to the old Eston field, it's quite a novelty in country districts cricket because the square boundary is only about 40 metres. There's a famous story that the only Springbok who's ever come from this area, Ian Smith. Back in the 1950s, he played a test against Australia after the Wanderers and taken a few wickets. I mean, played against great players like Richie Velo, Neil Harvey, Bobby Simpson and the like. He took a few wickets. The next week, he was back here playing for Eston, the Matson wicket, and I think his figures were 10 overs and 0 for 100. And a very high-scoring match. I think it's the most biggest high-scoring match in country districts ever. I think Eston played Richmond. Both sides got over 300 and Eston lost. This field is named the Hosking Oval, in recognition of the two families who've done a lot of work in the first 20 odd years, this field was around the Dukes families. The Dukes were made up of three brothers, Robson Dukes. I think his daughter's married to Trevor Packer, former Natal cricketer. There's Chris Dukes, and there was and John Dukes. And they were the ones that mowed the ground and did the pitch and arranged the team. For the last 35 years, the Hosking family has taken over. That's Peter Hosking, and now his son Scott, who's been running the show for the last 25 odd years. And the Hoskings are related to this. So Peter Hoskings is the nephew of Ian Smith. And also the Dukes, Robson Dukes' daughter married former Natal cricketer Trevor Packer, and Chris Dukes' grandson Gareth Dukes currently plays a provincial V cricketer. Called it well, that's reward for good line and length. Dedekin took the catch, and while that was good bowling from young Hughes, was that he's a tall fellow, so he's naturally going to have steep bounce, and that's difficult to get away. Whereas a shorter guy will bounce won't be as steep, the batsman will pick a shot. Well, that's all coming just from pressure. Sorry. You might just pressing that, that's my backing. I know it is, yeah. Just press that. No.
Second wicket, mate. Oh my gosh. I don't know the DHS.
Haverman, the new batsman, a family originally from Malmouth area, where they were all involved in Zululand country districts back in the day. Two schools today, Maritzburg College, DHS, probably. Yeah, I leave it alone. Probably a flower or something. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the two oldest schools in the town of DHS being founded in 1866 and Maritzburg College in 1863. And the longest rivalry in Natal, although the Hicks and my class rivalry must come a very close second. That's a superb line. DHS, of course, having produced more Springboks and Proteas than any other school in the country. I stand to be corrected. I think more international tournaments than any school in the world. So, yeah, they have got a serious cricketing history. And Maritzburg College also got a very good cricketing history, but more known for their rugby. That is a superb line. Hitting the shoulder of the bat. And conventional cricket with a second slip, you would have not level up. Very good bowling. I think Maritzburg College hold a record, stand to be corrected. I think they produced the most Maritzburg College on tar with grey PE. Bishop's English speaking which has produced the most rugby Springboks. I think Maritzburg College and grey PE by tar second, which is quite an achievement. And that number includes current Springbok centre Jesse Creel. Funny enough, whose family got strong ties to this Eston area too.
That's college!
New bonus banana Zanzibar. Yeah. Quite a useful batsman as well.
The border, there was a big bus coming up. Apparently, like sports chaos when they come, it must be uncricket.
Unruly. And we learned top bets in the competition for Centurion in the last game, showing us his class.
You just got a contract with the Brits.
I'm showing us his class. Now, that's what I talked about a ball, which, in fairness to the bowler, is not a bad ball. Talked about the line of off stump, just outside of stump, good length. But in this cricket, the batsman just gets underneath and picks a spot. So the batsman, the bowler doesn't draw the batsman forward. The bounce must be steep enough for the ball to hit the shoulder back, like Hughes was doing in this end. Yeah. Striving a bit of extra speed there, overstepping. You are nice to see. Well, same result. Not a bad ball, but that's not steep enough, and batsman able to pick a spot. A short guy like this, if he's not going to get the steeper bounce that he needs, then he's got to change his pace or swing a bit. Change of bowler, Nathan Pembridge, a left-arm spinner. He's a local kid from the Eston area. His dad, Anthony Pembridge, used to play country districts cricket for Richmond for many years, and he was actually a right-arm opening bowler. Dad follows his experience from poultry, the young Australian.
You've got to keep your field alive. They're all like gone all to the bottom. Yeah.
And snap the field from the college field. Easy picking.
You know this game well.
Yeah. Bowled by Pembridge. Was beaten by the flat. Good bowling. That's awesome. He was trying to do early on the over, but pitched, but didn't quite get their length right. It was a bit full. He was in for a fall. This time, the ball dipped beautifully, drawing him onto the front foot.
They get it to so stupid. And all it. Because automatically, those guys, it switches them off their games. Straight away. So one of the Indian guys.
In short, some of the basics.
Yeah. One of the Indian guys. Swapped his valve. Running.
Yeah. We should have got that one. You got it wrong. He was aiming for the pole, like I could tell, hit the pole. When you told to aim for the pole, then he hit the pole.
What has to happen now?
I get rid of this.
Sorry. Have a little shop. Yeah, like the ones that King William did, yeah? Yeah. Cost way too much money. It's worth it. Yeah. I just kind of like, it's a mouse cat. Even if we didn't know it was this was the so. This is the night. Yeah, just but it costs like 6 times.
Really?
It's way too much. But I kind of like the
But I had a little bit of money, and like, when I was in Australia, I was like, you know what, went to the shop about 3 times. Growing up, rides, and I went back. I actually went with the rides, then went back the third time. I was like, ended up sitting moving as a bit of a shade. But anyway, I'm glad I went. Now that I'm back here. I mean, it was yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that college! What's it?
7.3.
Oh,
Come on. John.
You were going to done a look all Back. Sam.
Well, sorry, what is Second innings about to be in. Just a brief history of the Cricket Club here. 1800 years ago, then, there were Catholic mission stations all over Natal. One at Marion Hill outside Durban, the one at Rosebank here between Eston and Richmond. Another one near Kaipo, another one at Princess Grant between the Kaipo and Underberg, another one at Underberg. They're all deliberately done a day's horse ride apart. Well, the cricket field in Eston was at the Rosebank mission station. And it was exactly halfway to Eston Richmond. So all the players would ride there, but would leave at Sparrow's Hour and ride there by horseback and play their game of cricket and ride back by horseback. And the same was done at the mission station Underberg between Underberg and Crichton. And my grandfather remembers those days clearly. They in those days used to ride on the Saturday afternoon, ride on Saturday, play tennis, have a party Saturday night, wake up, play cricket, then ride back on Sunday evening to be ready to start doing farm work on Monday. And that's the way it was. And then I think about the 1940s, or it moved to where the current Eston School is now, because or 1950s, because that's where the Farmers Association Hall was. Eston opened in 1953. I'm not sure if the cricket field was already in use before 1953 or after. That I can't answer, but I know from certainly the 50s onwards, that's where they played. Then in 1970, the ground moved here, and this used to be, I think, belonging to Nova, and the Beaumont Eston Farmers Association bought the land from Nova and they built a country club. And it's a thriving country club now with a CrossFit gym, tennis court, hockey astro, cattle sale yards, Farmers Association hall, fully open bar, restaurant. It's got 6 fishing dams for the property, mountain bike track, trail running track. So it's a thriving institute. It's all been privately owned. Never got a cent from any municipality and any government. So yeah, it's a community-run thing, and yeah, it's a testimony to what a wonderful community this has delivered, and how people here just make things happen. It's all about contribution, giving, and being part of it. And everyone is prepared to go there, to go beyond their call of duty. This area, Eston Richmond, has been known for producing proper sports. In fact, I almost go as far to say, in proportion to the amount of people that lived here, it's arguably the strongest sporting breeding ground in KwaZulu-Natal. Okay, this is DHS opening bowler by Yanda Majona. I must say, for a schoolboy bowler, this is he's not slow. I mean, that's 1 over 130. That's also between 130 and 135. And word has it, he's got a contract with Victoria Capitals for the SA Benaway competition. But really, this is for schoolboy bowler. This is seriously good. We keep us standing probably just about a pitch length back. The biggest rivalry Eston had cricket for years in the country districts was Richmond. Back in the day when Eston played the Eston Primary School, Eston was just a poor country cousin, because Richmond had also got a wonderful country club which is much older than the Eston Country Club, and they used to turn out sportsmen back in the day. Namely, Ravel Nicholson and Chris Nicholson used to play there, especially Raven, who actually also played for Natal. Swing bowler in the 1960s, they first cousins to the Pollocks, Peter Pollock and John Pollock. And Sony, who played for Richmond, South African country districts, Natal, in those days when England and Australia came on tours, they'd play everyone. They'd play the provinces, play Natal districts, SA districts, and the Australian side, I think under Bobby Simpson, 66, 67, and they played SA districts at Zimto. And word has it that their one spell, Hugh Sony bowled, the Australian reckons was as quick as anything that they faced from Mark Proctor and Peter Pollock, who were the then Springbok opening bowlers. say, whenever England or Australia tour, they literally come for the whole summer. They come for at least 5 months, from like October to March, 5-6 months. And every province who ever turned to play them, they play in the Tau country districts, South African country districts. And one of the venues they often used to play against the Tau country districts, SA districts, was at the Richmond Country Club. They often play a 2-day game there. So Richmond's probably got a longer history than Eston, but Richmond Eston games have it's always been a massive rivalry. Now that was for a schoolboy bowler, that is not spot. This is the quickest schoolboy bowler I've seen in a long time. But going back to the Eston Richmond rivalry, it went further than the cricket field. There's an annual golf competition between Eston and Richmond, and then both communities had good polo sides, and you had the Puchu pot. They used to play polo against each other for a trophy called the Puchu pot. The two thriving communities bordering each other have both produced an absolute goldmine for sportsmen. But naturally, farming communities are, and I'm not scared to say this. You'll find any school, the more kids they got from agricultural or farming backgrounds, the better your sport is, because farming kids live an outdoor lifestyle. So it's naturally that they're gonna turn out better sportsmen. Well, personally, I don't want to speak too soon, but that Fayanda Majola, I think that's a name to look out for the future. This bowler, this chap has got some serious talent, as is Van Bouillon too. And I think I said earlier, this field was built in 1970, and initially the first 20 years the Duke's family looked after it. The last 35 years the Hosking family looked after it, so hence its name, the Duke's Hosking Oval. And where we're sitting at was in the top of the slope, and the ball went down towards the valley there to the far side screen. So this end here they had to dig out, and the far end they had to fill in. And before the Sugar Bowl moved here 30 years ago, Eston, when I was a kid, was a poor area. A little bit like the Eastern Cape. There wasn't a lot of money here. And we had about half a dozen farmers with their dam scoops here for the better part of 18 months. Their tractors, their dam scoops sorted on the side. So this area, this half here, they dug out, and the far side they filled in. So this end here is a really rock hard, because the soil's naturally much harder here, whereas the far side it's a lot softer. I know that myself, and that's a club cricketer. This close side being my bowling, and I naturally feel third man or fine leg here. When you dive for a ball, you know all about it. DHS for years had a famous schoolboy cricket coach with Les Theobald, who their first team oval was named after. I don't know how many years he was coaching DHS first, but must have been 30 or 40. And I think he's more international cricketers than any other schoolboy coach in the country. And on this, about the same period, Maritzburg College had a famous rugby coach called Scott Nicholson, who's probably one of the most successful rugby coaches this country's ever known. One of the most successful schoolboy coaches the country's ever known. I know the likes of Jake Clark, Ian McIntosh rated his knowledge of rugby very highly and used to use him as a mentor. So both schools steeped in tradition, both schools having produced lots of good rugby players and good cricketers, but in the history, probably DHS more of a cricket school, college more of a rugby school, but DHS still a very strong rugby school, Maritzburg College still a very strong cricket school. More recent years, I think DHS, Ashimanda is probably the most recent international player, in Maritzburg College, Andile Similani, and before that, David Miller, yeah. fact, Davis Miller's dad, when I was a kid, used to captain the Richmond, used to play for Richmond. He used to work for Stockton. He's a livestock auctioneer by trade. And I still remember him hitting a 6 here. It was one of the biggest sixes I've ever seen. In one of the annual Eston versus Richmond matches. Is it okay? That's what you
Ethan Cooper bowling now to Dominic Dutoy, the new batter on strike in the Eston Night League final here at Eston Beaumont Club. It's cut away for 4. It's going to the boundary. Great stop by the fielder. They want to take a single. The pressure is on here. DHS are piling on the pressure. That's the end of the over. That's the end of the power play. 6 overs gone. Score is 34 for 5. Maritzburg College are in a spot of bother here as they look to get on with the innings here. And unfortunately, it doesn't get any easier with 5 fielders now out of the inning. And the premier bowler for DHS is into the attack. Bayanda Majola, SA under 19 player. He's currently got 2 wickets, 2 for 11 in 3 overs. And he's bowled him. That's a fantastic delivery by Bayanda. World-class delivery. The batsman had no answer for that one. Fantastic delivery by Bayanda Majola. You can see the pace with the ball running off to the boundary after hitting the stumps. College are now 7 down with the wicketkeeper coming into back, Joseph Curry. He's got to face the onslaught of Bayanda Majola in his last over. Bayanda Majola 3 for 11. I'm sure in the next 5 deliveries he wants those 2. He wants a 5 to end off this Eston Night League. It's been a fantastic run for both teams coming into this final. DHS have remained unbeaten in their round robin stages leading into the playoff. They're looking to make it a clean sweep. Oh, stepped away. Thick outside edge. Runs away to the boundary. But the fielder picks it up. That's 1. Bayanda Majola is raring to go. It's been a fantastic tournament thus far. A massive congratulations to Eston and their team of members that put this together. To Scott Hosking and his team, it's Alan Briscoe. They have been fantastic hosts here for all the schools that have come out to play in the night league. Bayanda Majola running in. Thick outside edge, turning for 2. That's good running by the batters. You can see they're eager, they're quite keen to get the runs, to get off strike, and look to try and get a few more runs on the board here. I think they'll play out Majola. They're going to play out Majola here and look to capitalize on the other bowlers. Majola running in. That's off the middle of the park. That's a brilliant shot. That's a brilliant shot by Zani there. Over the top for 4. It takes the score to 41 for 6. Yeah. Oh yeah. Always competition. Yeah. Two balls remaining in this over. It's been a fantastic over thus far. He's only gone for 5. So 7. He's gone for 7 in this over. And the Majola coming over the wicket. That's a full shot. Is it down the fielder's throat? Oh, dropped. Unlucky. Tough chance in the night sky. It goes all the way to the boundary. The 4. Banda won't be happy, but tough chance under these lights. Tough chance. I'm sure the fielder will be looking to come back. Maritzburg College Allegiance is congratulating that boundary. One ball remaining here. So Bayanda's not too happy. He's gone for 11 already in this. Coming into this over, he had gone for 11 in 3 overs. Oh gosh. Take away football. It's going to the boundary. That's a brilliant shot to end the over. Zanibes could this be a catalyst? Could Zanibe bring college back into this game? 7 overs done. Score is 49 for 6. Banda Majola's figures 3 for 26 in 4 overs. Economy of 6.5. Fantastic bowling display. Brilliant delivery by Ethan Cooper there. Curry takes 1. Brings Zanibe on strike. Zanibe has hit the boundaries of Banda Majola in the previous over. 2 fours. So he'll be looking to take on Curry here. He'll be looking to take on Ethan Cooper here. The Eston faithful are out in their numbers here supporting the 2 schools. As there's been a change in the field with the left-hand, right-hand combination. Dot ball. That's excellent. It's got protection on the boundary. Both fine leg and third man on the boundary. Mid off in the ring. Square leg in the ring. Play point in the ring for Zanibe. It's hit straight up in the air. Fielder calls for it. It's out. That's taken. The informed batter Zanibe is gone. Cooper takes his wicket. That's a brilliant catch by Tain Haverman. Zanibe is gone. And with that, put in the college's hopes as well. That's a brilliant delivery. Sets up the batsman. Purdue now comes in 50 for 7. College are in a state of bother here. Are in a spot of bother. Eden Cooper is raring to go for his next few deliveries. He wants to wrap up the seedings. 3 balls remaining. Ethan Cooper, 3 for 7 in 1.3 at the moment. Score is 55 for 7. Currently in the 9th over. Joshua Morley 1 for 4 thus far, bowling to Joseph Curry at the moment. 5 men now carrying. Long on, long off. Into long on. Looking for 2. That's good intent by the batters. Showing some intent. Score is 57 for 7, chasing 135 in the 9th over. Joshua Morley bowling his last delivery here in the first over. Gone for 6 thus far. Great shot down the ground. Here that cleans up there. It's the end of the over. 58 for 7 after 9. Joseph Curry is on 4. Luca Pudu is on 5. Partnership starting to build here for the Maritzburg College. 135 seems a bit far at the moment. Whilst the umpires have a chat with the captain of DHS. Wonder what's that about. Holding up a bit of time here. The umpires have a chat with DHS. Cooper back for his 3rd over. He's currently got 3 for 8 in 2 overs. He will look to wrap up this innings. He's had an exceptional game thus far. Cooper to Curry. Play and miss. Excellent delivery. 2 experienced coaching teams up against each other. Robbie Coots, Kyle Nipper from Maritzburg College, Fabian Lazarus and Tyler Chenoweth of DHS. We see a change in the field here. Cooper running in. That's away for 4. That's a brilliant ball. It goes all the way to the ends. That's a fantastic shot. You can hear it come off the bat. It was an excellent shot, cut away for 4. But too wide in the batsman's arm and put away for 4. That takes the score to 62 for 7. Edging ever closer. If they just had a few more wickets in hand, this game could have been very different at this point in time. Again, hit down the ground. 3rd man picks up. It's a single taken. 6 of the over thus far. 5 of the over thus far. Score is 63 for 7, 3 balls remaining. Cooper in his 3rd. Currently gone for 13. As he comes in here to Luca Pudu. Again, left hand, right hand combination. Placed for another single. This is good by Maritzburg College. Just rotating the strike, left hand, right hand combination. Again, at schoolboy cricket, it could be the boys are looking at left hand, right hand combinations now. It's getting to that level. The tactics are more in the game now than more than ever. Trying to put the bowler off, rotate the strike. As Cooper comes in. Again, similar to the previous delivery, try to get a single down to third man. One ball remains in this over. Curry 9 of 10. And Cooper looking to get one more wicket here in his third over. It's been a fantastic game thus far. Durban High School getting to 135. That's it, straight up in the air. There's a field of and it's a brilliant catch. Ethan Cooper gets his man. Joseph Curry is gone. That's a brilliant catch by Ismail Omar. That's a fantastic catch. DHS are in the driving seat now. Brilliant bowling display. They came out of the bat. They showed intent. As the batter walks off. Sam Hughes coming in now. That's the end of the over. Cutting up 64 for 8. Bonga Mapanga comes in for his first over of the game. A skillful bowler is Bonga Mapanga. DHS are looking to wrap this up right now. A field change here. Rudolph going into the ring here. Bonga coming in for his first over. That's a brilliant catch by Joshua. Fantastic catch by the wicketkeeper. Star batter in the first innings. Another quality 50, coming off 100 in the previous game, getting a 50 here was Josh Van Billion. Kudu is gone. That brings in the last batter, Nathan Pembridge. It's a bit too far now for Maritzburg College at 64 for 9. We're only halfway through the innings. 10.1 overs gone. Bonga Mapanga, first ball. Fantastic delivery to start off with. I'm sure he'll be quite eager to get 2 in 2 balls. Nathan Pembridge facing to Bonga Mapanga. $64 for 9, 10.1 overs. Bonga into Pembridge. Played down to third man. Let's get off strike. Trying to keep the innings intact here at the college. They look to take it as deep as possible. Try and get some batting time in here for the last two batters. Sam Hughes about to face his first delivery. That's an excellent keeping Bonga out there, keeping Mapanga out. Score is 65 for 9. As this tournament comes to a close this evening, it's been a fantastic tournament thus far here at Eston. That's a great shot. They turn for 2. Sam Hughes just got that away for 2. 2 balls remaining. This over 67 for 9. So wide delivery by Bonga Mapanga above the head. 1 for the over. So Bonga is now going to go full and straight. Doesn't have another short delivery in T20s. Only one short for over in the T20s. So he'll be looking to attack the stumps now. Oh, again directed at the body. Excellent delivery. Tried to deceive the batter there. 1 ball remaining, 69 for 9. After 10.5. There was a bit of rain earlier. Second innings began, but the umpires stayed on. It was a brilliant call. Turned out to be a lovely evening. Unfortunately, just missed by the keeper there for buys. Batter runs through, gets a single. That ends the over 70 for 9. Ethan Cooper on a 4 for 14 in 3 overs. He'll be looking to wrap this up and get a 5 for. That will be a fantastic evening for him and DHS. The intensity is up. You can see the boys are eager. The boys are keen. Finish this innings. Josh Van Viljoen and Bayana Majola getting their troops in order here. 2 senior men. Been in SA under 19 camps this year, both of them. Coming off some fiery knocks of Josh Van Viljoen. Coupling that with some fantastic bowling from Bayanda Majola. You can see their experience. You can see the know-how of those 2 boys. A brilliant display as we see long on go back to the boundary. But on drops to long on. Cooper comes in. Kept out by the batter. Brilliant by Cambridge. Dot ball. Cooper is quite keen. I'm sure he knows he's on his walker. He knows he needs 1 more. And there's only 1 more wicket left in the inning, so he'll be keen to wrap this up. It's been a fantastic and brilliant tournament, like I said, sponsored by One Insurance. Right away, batters only take a single. Excitement is building. Parents are eager. Result is near. a fantastic tournament hosted by Eston Beaumont and the gentleman of Scott Hosking, Alan Briscoe, and his team at Eston. Tournament's probably sponsored by One Insurance, the One Insurance Solutions. And that ends it. He gets a fiver. Ethan Cooper gets his fiver. That ends the match. Ethan Cooper, 5 for 15 in 3.3 overs. I think it's safe to say he's your man of the match this evening. Call it 71 for 1, 71 for 10. Unlucky this evening. In a fantastic competition at Eston. As give you a bit of a match summary coming up while the players shake hands and the coaches go on. The first innings, a great knock by Josh Van Williams, 62 of 45, covering that with Sayed Basha getting 16 of 15 in the end. Reese Wilson led the bowling attack for Maritzburg College, shooting 3 for 23 in 3.4. College came in. Didn't look comfortable from the beginning. Kyle DeBrain looked good for his 23 of 17. And Spanmanla Zanibe with those few boundaries that took him a 15 of 7. But your player of the match, Ethan Cooper, 5 for 15 in 3.3. A fantastic knock. A fantastic bowling spell. As the parents give their hearty congratulations to both sides. As Ethan Cooper works his team off, winning a 5 for this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings to an end a fantastic competition here at Eston for DHS, your champs, the Eston One Insurance Night League. From all of us here at Eston Beaumont, it's good night.
Well done, Chums. Why is it not playing this? Your mind's ready to
Keep your head up, hold on tight to the knee as you wash the world. Let your feet step on the hold on to the knee as you wash the world all at your feet.